Hi, I'm Max from the product team here at Quick. Today we're going to be walking through our new conversation simulator feature designed specifically for testing agentic AI experiences. What makes an AI agent agentic? Well, in a CX context like Quick works in, it means your agent can correctly handle complex multi-turn and multi-step workflows. It knows the right tool to use for a given task and when to invoke it. It can integrate and act on user and account specific information, as well as general knowledge about your business when appropriate, and can correctly handle interruptions and topic changes, all without needing rigid predefined paths. Essentially, an agentic experience should behave much like a great human agent would. They've got a set of instructions and best practices they reference, tools and systems they can work within for a given task, and then they can handle and adapt to conversations naturally without needing an entire script predefined. So this adaptability is especially powerful in an enterprise context because you don't have to design every single conversational flow, and your AI agent can more easily handle the long tail of interactions and requests that you're going to get in an enterprise context. This does create challenges when testing and debugging, though. How do you ensure your AI agent is going to behave consistently and align with your business policies and scope across all these different points in a multi-step, multi-turn conversation? And then how do you test all those divergent paths effectively? So I'm going to show how Conversation Simulator solves this. I'm going to demonstrate how you can rapidly test multiple conversation paths from any starting point with all the conversation context intact. So I'm running through a scenario here with the fictional airline, Quicksilver Air. You can see we've had some back and forth. We've talked about policies, cancellation, things like that. Then the agents actually prompted me to sign in when I was asking about some account-specific information. So I've gone ahead and signed in, and now before we actually modify my flight, it's asking me for a confirmation code. Now, this is the exact place in an agentic experience where, once again, we haven't predefined exactly what the agent's going to respond with here. And I might want to test a bunch of different paths to see how our agent's handling the conversation here. Now, maybe I've identified something in our insights product, looking at a funnel, something like that, or maybe I just want to test this before I deploy it. So what I can go ahead and do is I've got the event open and debug workbench. I can branch off of that using our new simulator tool. And then what I can do here is test a bunch of different scenarios. So let's go ahead and run through that. I'll add my first reply, which will just be the correct confirmation code. So let's enter that. And we can see we get a generated answer back, letting me know, great, thanks for that. How can we assist with your flight? You can see I can continue on this path if I'd like, but I want to continue exploring this confirmation step. So we'll add another reply. I'm going to go ahead and enter an incorrect code. So we'll get an answer back, letting me know, hey, that's correct, and then giving me information on where I can find that code and prompting me to enter it again. Let's do another path off here. I'm going to ask a clarifying question. I'll say, where can I find it? So we should get an answer back from general knowledge, giving me information on where you can go ahead and find that confirmation code. Okay, great. So we see that there. Now let's test another totally unrelated question here. I'm going to ask, actually, can I bring my dog on the plane and is Wi-Fi free? So here we'll get an answer about both dog policy as well as Wi-Fi, and then I'm going to be reprompted to enter my confirmation code to continue down that path. Now, at every step here, I can, as I mentioned earlier, continue that conversation down this specific path. I have the ability to replay this. So if I want to do it once, 3 times, 10 times to get an understanding of path stability here, if I'm seeing variance in the answer, maybe I need to go ahead and tweak the guide that agent is referencing, tweak something with one of my prompts. I can go ahead and test this and identify once again if I need to do that. I can create a test right from here. So if this is an important scenario, I want to make sure my AI agent's always handling it similar to what it's doing here. I can create a test, run that every time I make a change to my agent before I publish changes, and then compare that across versions using our existing debug workbench capabilities. So in a couple of minutes there, we were able to explore 4 different conversation branches that each lead to completely different outcomes. That's the power of being able to rapidly explore conversational paths from any starting point. You can diverge, test responses, understand stability, create tests, all while maintaining that rich conversation context you built up. So for teams building agentic experiences where this sort of complex multi-turn workflow is common, Conversation Simulator lets you quickly explore scenarios while ensuring it stays aligned to your business scope and policy. If you'd like to learn more, please reach out so you can get a trial of AI Studio or schedule a call if you'd like to learn more for your specific use cases.